Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are specifically focusing on Palantir Technologies and their PLTR stock because they recently just had an event that I want to fill you all in on. Like normal, we will be going over their latest news updates, upcoming catalysts, as well as their price targets among experts and professionals to determine if this is still a good company to hold in your portfolio. So for more news updates on Palantir Technologies, don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. Go ahead, do it right now. It helps me out a ton. Subscribe for more videos just like this one. Don't forget to become a member of this channel by clicking or tapping on that join button right next to the subscribe button so you can get secret videos about the companies I am buying, and you can do this for as little as 99 cents so you won't even feel it. With that being said, let's dive into today's stories. The first article we will be analyzing is titled Palantir CEO, AI so powerful I'm not sure we should even sell this. The next article we will be analyzing is titled, Why Palantir Stock Nearly Doubled in May. After that, we'll round out the video discussing what's going on with Palantir and what investors could expect going forward for this overall company. So with that being said, I say let's dive right into today's stories. Palantir Technologies, as you probably already know, is a big data and analytics company which serves both commercial enterprises as well as government clients. Palantir has been in the news a lot lately due to their artificial intelligence platform that recently released, and they are also in the news because they just recently had an event. According to Bloomberg, Palantir Technologies CEO said that the new AI developments at Palantir Technologies are so powerful that he's not even sure that he should sell this powerful technology to some of his clients. And we will be discussing exactly why that is. Alex Karp, which is the CEO of Palantir Technologies, also told Bloomberg that he would provide Palantir artificial intelligence products to the US government as well as its allies. And this is one of the reasons I personally like Palantir, because they don't give this type of technology out to other foreign nations that are potentially neutral or against the United States. This is specifically for the US as well as our allies, which is very good. This is going to help us further the overall intelligence of our defense community. On top of that, though, he is wary about giving this type of technology to local law enforcement agencies because he says that it's just so powerful and it could be abused. He's especially concerned with surveillance, considering that this technology was the technology that helped find Osama bin Laden, who was a character very difficult to find. So if law enforcement ends up using this type of surveillance technology, there is a large chance that they could actually abuse this. So Alex Karp doesn't really know if he should end up giving this to local law enforcement, but he will give it to government agencies, particularly the ones that are defending the United States from external and internal threats. The CEO also said in a comment that Palantir has the best product on the market right now, and customers will pay top dollar for this type of technology. He also says that there is a quote-unquote infinite market for artificial intelligence, which means that investors should really be paying attention to the top companies who are utilizing artificial intelligence. Palantir will be using their new AI platform called AIP to help the United States be better prepared against threats. But I do also want to point out that the company has been using artificial intelligence for all of their platforms for many years. So artificial intelligence is not a new development for this company, but now they have a specific platform that utilizes artificial intelligence, machine learning, and overall smart intelligent technology. The US Armed Forces are already seeing Palantir's technology in real time over in Ukraine, where the Ukrainians are using Palantir's artificial intelligence and AI tech to interpret satellite imaging. The reason why this would be very beneficial for the military is because if you wanted to bomb something, the artificial intelligence can distinguish images from a hospital compared to a military compound, even if the human eye can't. So this is going to lower the amount of collateral damage and potential innocent casualties during war, which is a very good development. Some key industry critics are actually concerned about artificial intelligence specifically used in military contexts. However, Alex Karp is not very worried, and he says that Palantir is one of the pioneers for these systems and that we, being the United States, need to focus on this before their global rivals do. Because even if we were to slow our rate down of creating artificial intelligence, our global rivals won't. So to remain competitive on a global scale, we can't stop this. He also says, yes, these things are dangerous, but either we will wield them or our adversaries will. To where he comments saying, ask the Russians, meaning that there are a lot of different countries already utilizing artificial intelligence in military contexts, which means we need to do this first. Some other tech enthusiasts are saying that we need to slow down our development of artificial intelligence and just take a break to really understand what we are getting into. But what's interesting is that Alex Karp said something that surprised me, because originally I thought he would agree with this overall sentiment, but instead he dismissed it and says this: we have lots of people who don't want to roll this out because they have nothing to roll out, end quote. So I understand his perspective. These other multinational billion-dollar companies are saying to slow down on the artificial intelligence front while they secretly continue to try to catch up to the competition. Alex Karp says, no, sorry, we're ahead of the game and we want to remain ahead of the game. And he's essentially calling out these other CEOs saying, you don't really want an AI slowdown in artificial intelligence due to ethics. Rather, you just want everyone else to slow down so your technology can catch up with the rest of us. And since Palantir has a market leader position in this regard in terms of big data analytics, they do not want to slow down. And honestly, I'm going to have to agree with Alex Karp here. It's either we continuously innovate in artificial intelligence or our global rivals will. And for the people inside this country saying that we need to slow down on the AI development, they're only saying that really to get their own foothold to slow down their competition. So really, they're not actually concerned about ethics. I would say overall this was a positive news update for Palantir Technologies, which is exactly why the PLTR stock has nearly doubled. Palantir Technologies has received a lot of stock momentum, especially in the month of May, because it has centered itself around one of the hottest trends in the stock market and for overall investors, which would be AI, artificial intelligence, or ML, which is machine learning. These are the types of developments and catalysts that are taking the PLTR stock price even higher. And according to my Palantir stock analysis, or PLTR stock analysis, shares still do have more upside, even though right now I do believe they are overvalued. Shares of Palantir almost gained 90% upside just in 1 month, absolutely decimating gains from the S&P 500 and other very safe, stable investments. And the reason why the PLTR stock is surging is twofold. First, earlier in the month, they had a very impressive earnings report to where they beat expectations. On top of that, after earnings, the momentum continued when prominent investors such as Cathie Wood of ARK Invest or Cathie Wood of ARK Investment Management added Palantir back into her overall ETFs and portfolio, which got very aggressive growth investors excited again about this stock. That's why it's currently trading at around $14.54, while analysts on the bullish end believe this company could be worth $15 by the end of the year, and more negative analysts believe the company should pull back to around $5. Now, for me personally, I do think that the overall uptrend that we have experienced is not sustainable and a pullback is imminent. Now, I don't know when this pullback will actually take place, but just looking at the chart and the overall fundamentals and technical analysis, a pullback will eventually happen. Investors right now are just obsessed with the potential of artificial intelligence and the future growth prospects of Palantir Technologies individually. However, this excitement I think has led to a disconnect between reality and the fundamentals of this company and what the company should actually be worth right now, which is why I believe this company is overvalued right now, making it not a good time to purchase this company if you are a long-term investor. Now, on the other hand, if you are a stock trader, then feel free to trade off of the momentum because there could be further upside for this company in the short term. But if you are a long-term investor, it's best probably to wait for this company to pull back, buy it at a better price, and then hold it for the long term. So let me give you some accounting ratios and statistics which would support that this company could be looked at as overvalued, meaning it's not a good buying opportunity at this moment. Not saying that they aren't a good company or that you shouldn't buy this company. It's that you shouldn't buy a company if it's overpriced. You want to buy a company at a discount so you make more money over the long term. Currently, the company's trading at 15 times sales, so their PS multiple or PS ratio is 15. Ideally, for a growth company that is growing around Palantir's CAGR, we would want this to be around 10. So in this case, the lower the better, but 15, way too high as of right now, and this is not tracking well with their overall revenue growth. For the quarter, the company's management gave guidance of $528 million to $532 million that the company could bring in pertaining to the revenue. But this is actually below Wall Street's expectation of $536 million, meaning that the next earnings report could act as a negative catalyst, bringing the share price back down to reality. Now, I'm not saying that Palantir is absurdly overvalued, because when we compare Palantir to the likes of Snowflake, Palantir actually looks pretty cheap, considering that Snowflake is trading at a ridiculous premium. However, if we compare Palantir to something like Booz Allen Hamilton, which trades at just 1.5 times sales, Palantir does look overvalued, considering that they have a 15 times sales valuation. So honestly, it is overpriced right now. However, there could be further upside due to this AI hype that the market is experiencing. At this time, I would not buy the company more than $15 per share if you are a long-term investor, but like I said, if you are a stock trader, then feel free to trade off of this momentum, and if you are up right now, don't forget to take some profits off the table so you can practice some proper risk management. I personally only have a 3% allocation to this company, and I don't advocate for more than a 5% portfolio allocation regarding an initial investment for any singular risky growth stock, because anything over that would be improper risk management. Lastly, let's talk about some more bullishness for this overall company regarding its future. Now, I do think that the company is going to be a great company to hold over the next decade. Literally, this company faces no direct competition. That's how good this company actually is. But I am interested because recently, Palantir has been dragged through the mud by Bear Cave, which slammed Palantir Technologies by calling them an imposter. Bear Cave literally is calling out Palantir for being an artificial intelligence imposter and for engaging into spurious games to inflate its books and confuse its less desirable role as an overhyped data consultant. Essentially, they're saying that Palantir really doesn't have good artificial intelligence and that they are overhyping themselves to be something more than just a simple data consultant. Their report went on to call Palantir a black box, meaning that no one really knows how Palantir works or how they truly make their overall money, or if their platform is even good. They also said that the CEO is just a professional salesman trying to mix jargon and buzzwords with technological lingo to grow Palantir's overall share price. Now, right here, I want to take a quick time out. So what this report says could be true, however, I really don't think it is, and here's why. Palantir has been used to track down infamous people who are hard to find, such as Osama bin Laden. They have worked hand in hand with the CIA and FBI, as well as the Department of Defense. These types of organizations and government agencies, such as the FBI, CIA, and DoD, they don't mess around. They're not going to hire Palantir and have a long-standing relationship with them unless Palantir is actually one of the best companies on the stock market. This company is the real deal. So I really don't understand this hate for Palantir Technologies, calling them a glorified consultant masquerading as an artificial intelligence leader. Palantir has been using AI in all of its platforms for the last decade. So I think this is just a terrible perspective to hold, and clearly this company is shorting Palantir Technologies. Now, after these allegations, reporters did reach out to Palantir Technologies to comment on this overall report, but we haven't heard anything back yet. However, investors can rest easy because very prominent investors such as Peter Thiel, as well as their CEO Alex Karp, are very certain that this company will have a booming future. There is no actual fundamental metrics, analysis, or numbers that would back Bear Cave's overall report. It would be different if they gave us hard evidence and data that we can look at. Right now, it's just name calling, and their claims seem unsubstantiated as of right now. They gave no evidence that this is actually the case. They are just using derogatory language to talk about Palantir Technologies without any evidence. So that's why I'm not really taking this report seriously, and I think that the long-term aspects for Palantir Technologies PLTR stock is very strong. So I would love to hear your thoughts down below about Palantir's recent catalyst for their meeting regarding artificial intelligence, what you think the company could make of itself in the future, and do you believe this company will pull back anytime soon, or do you think it's going to be a little later once the overall craze surrounding artificial intelligence starts to decline? I would love to hear all of this and more. Don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. It helps me out so much, especially if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Subscribe for more videos like this one. Don't forget to become a member for as little as 99 cents, because that's what keeps me here on YouTube. And with that being said, I will see you in the next YT video.